Now then, welcome to the channel and something completely different.
And now for something completely different.
We've been blown out of the hills today by Storm Kathleen, so we're parked here at River Gelt Bridge and we're going to do a bit of a circuit of the River Gelt and through Gelt Woods. So let's have a quick look at today's route. So we've just had that short road section from the car park and now we're on this footpath signpost to Toe Top and Town Head, and the path has actually been diverted since my old maps around a quarry up here. So I think that was actually the route that we took last time. I came up here with Flossmy last time, about 7 years ago I think, and the path had been diverted around this quarry then, so shows you how old my maps are. Right, on we go. So we're just rounding this modern quarry. I'm not sure, it looks like it could be sand. And on this walk there's two features marked on the map called Roman inscribed rocks, and they're in quarries that were used for Hadrian's Wall. So we've got the ancient and the modern both on this walk. Now, research that I've done says that one of these inscribed rocks is known as the written rock of Gelt, and you used to be able to get to it, but apparently the footpath has collapsed. So whether we'll be able to see that or not, I don't know. I might leave a link in the description to the information about it, and if I can find any pictures, I might pop one on here or something. But no, as I've said before, I find all history fascinating. When we went up to Hardknott and through Hardknott Roman Fort a couple of videos ago, that was brilliant. And it's pleasant coming through here. I tell you what, it's warm. I might have put the wrong fleece on. Right, we'll carry on round this quarry. Well, that was a bit boggy there, wasn't it? I don't know if you picked up on here just as we're coming through that boggy bit. Chiff chaff singing in the trees. Oh, don't know if you can pick that out. So that's a sign spring is here. We're starting to arrive at the migrants. When we were up a couple of weeks ago on the Burkitts above Langdale, Stone Stye Pike and Little Stand, we did Cold Fell and Pike of Blisco as well. There was Wheatear and Ring Ousel, which were both good to see. I love Ring Ousel. I've done some survey work for RSPB on Ring Ousel. I think they're a brilliant bird. I'll leave a picture up there if you don't know what one is. Pretty much a black bird, but with a white stripe across the chest. Oh, I'm getting warm now. Fleece might have to come off. So you can see there, looking into the quarry, it does look like it's sand. I'll tell you what, it's a popular old route with with the joggers is this. There's quite a few of them out this morning. We've got the place to ourselves at the moment there, which is good. So we've arrived at this cross paths back down there where we've just come from, River Gelt, that way to Watch Hill Quarry apparently. Don't know if that's one of the old Roman quarries. Townhead that way, don't know where Townhead is, and Toe Top, which is where we're going. So we carry on straight over on this path going up there. Right, on we go. You probably won't be able to see or hear on here, but down there there's a few male pheasants having a bit of a set to, which it reminded me of when I worked near here for the RSPB at Geltsdale. We used to get up at silly o'clock to survey what's known as the black grouse lek, which is the males displaying, and the noises that they make. If I can find some audio, I'll shut up for a bit and let you listen to male black grouse in the lek. It's weird. Right, so it's a bizarre sound that they're making. So, well, this is pleasant now. We're shielded from the wind. We've got some nice sun. Place pretty much to ourselves. What we're coming up to here. Hayton High Estate. Apparently, that's probably who the grouse belong to. Plenty of private signs all around. Right, on we go. So we've arrived at Toe Top, and now we follow this bridleway here towards Greenwell, which I believe drops down and goes under the Carlisle to Newcastle Railway. Right, down we go. So I was wrong about going under the railway. We've gone over it, but we do go under it. This path drops us down onto a short road section, and that's when we go under the railway. Well, it's very pleasant around here. No dramatic hills to look at. And we've had, is it the last 4 videos we've had decent views? It'd have just been it'd have been dangerous on the hills, I reckon, in this Storm Kathleen that's been blowing for 2 days now. Seems to be on the way out. Yeah, definitely not a weekend to be in the hills, not for us anyway. No doubt there'll be some videos of, hang on. Yeah, no doubt there'll be some videos of people out in the hilly black labels getting blown about all over the place. I'm not sure if we're supposed to go between this fence line or not. I don't know, we're not going to anyway. We're keeping this side of it. Yeah, there'll be a rash of videos of people out camping in it, won't there? Right, onward plod. So we've arrived at this road. I think the last time I was here, when I came with Floss, we went down there, down the road, and that takes you to the bridge under the railway line. But we're going to carry on along here to, I think it's called the Hill. It's in the direction of this signpost to Greenwell, and then we drop down to the river and then follow the river back that meets up again with this road at the bridge under the railway. Right, on we go. We've arrived at Gelt Mill, and now we've turned back on ourselves to follow the river, which takes us back to that road that goes under the railway line again. And it's still very pleasant round here. A bit muddy, but very pleasant. Well, this is very pleasant now, meandering along by the side of the River Gelt. Sun shining, out with the wind. Yeah, loving it. Not quite the dramatic views of the hills that we used to. Still very enjoyable. So we're under the railway bridge. It's quite a dramatic structure, that round. Well, I've showed you that sign. It's a Hallbank Gate. Well, when I mentioned that I worked for RSPB at Geltsdale, that's where we lived, just down the road from Hallbank Gate, a place called Coal Fell. And that was 2012. Oh, it was a dreadful summer. Spring was glorious, and then the summer was a nightmare. And it cleared up just in time for Olympics. Yeah, we're out in all weathers up on the fells. My title was Species Protection Officer. And I was supposed to be watching out for gamekeepers and the like. And of course they get hen harriers. Well, breeding. They should be getting hen harriers breeding on there. We didn't that year. And in fact I never even saw a hen harrier all the summer. It's just a shame that you need people in roles like that, isn't it, really? But yeah, it was a great experience. One of the best was they have Merlin breed on the hills, and we went out surveying Merlin, and they have a ringing scheme as part of the monitoring, and we actually got to ring Merlin chicks. I'll pop a picture up there. Oh, it's absolutely fantastic. I was a trainee ringer at the time as well. Well, that was brilliant. Now then, there's a fork in the paths here. There is a footpath closed sign down at the car park, and I asked one at Joggers, do you know where it's closed? He said, oh, it's the path that drops down to the riverside, but there's an avoiding path goes up over the hill, so I'm assuming it's suffered some erosion. So we'll have to keep our eyes open for that so we don't miss it. But no, it's good, strolling through the woods. On we go. So this is something I like about woods at this time of year. This isn't a very big patch of them, but there's a wood anemone coming into flower. And yeah, one of my other favourites is wood sorrel, which you can actually eat that. It tastes like very bitter Granny Smith peel or a Bramley or something like that. Well, it's quite a dramatic gorge looking down there, isn't there? Plenty of water coming through it. I was just speaking to a chap there, a local. I asked him about these Roman inscribed rocks, and he says they're further along up here, or one of them is, so whether you can actually get to it or not, we'll see. Stopped for our lunch back there. Oh, when I say our lunch, I brought lunch for Charlie. Just an apple and a cup of coffee for me. I'd not got anything to make a lunch with, so I wasn't initially planning on coming out today with the forecast. Yesterday was such a dreadful day. We were both tearing our hair out, just sat in most of the day. We managed to get out around lunchtime. Went to the seaside for a stroll along the prom and some fish and chips and a sausage for the laddo. But afternoon was just absolutely dreadful. We both hate being indoors. Charlie, most of the time, if we're having a miserable day, he just takes himself upstairs and under bed. Hates it. I say we both do. So yeah, we decided to get out today, and it's last day of our Easter week off as well, so thought we'd try and make the best of a bad thing. And it's busy around here now as well, but it's still a really nice bit of drizzle just passed through, hopefully that won't come too much. Right, we'll continue along. So the chap I spoke to back there and asked if he knew about this Roman inscribed rock. He said you go over a bridge and then you start to climb. He says there's a bit like an alcove on your right hand side, and he reckons that this inscribed rock is in there somewhere. I don't know. I'll have to see, yeah. Well, I don't know about inscriptions, but you can clearly see there are definitely some chisel marks on this rock face. So that's fascinating, isn't it? These were Romans chiselling away at these rocks for the stones to build Hadrian's Wall. Now that is fascinating. I mean, they are quite clearly chisel marks. They're not natural erosion. They're definitely chisel marks. So we did get to see not necessarily inscribed rocks, but definitely signs of Roman activity and quarrying. Yeah, brilliant. Right, we'll continue downwards. Again, look up there, you can quite easily make out that they're man-made marks on that rock face. So yeah, this is where quite a bit of the stone for Hadrian's Wall came from. Amazing. Amazing. Look at that tree there. You wouldn't like to have been camping down there, would you, when that came down? Right, let's have another bit of a mooch round here. Oh, way! So as well as the signs of human activity on these exposed quarry faces, you can also see all the sedimentary layers. And they're quite thick at the bottom, and then they get thinner and then they turn to sand. I'm not sure if this is the same rock as the sandstone at Appleby, which isn't actually far from here, but that red sandstone, that was laid down in a desert environment. So I'm just wondering if this is the same. I don't know about the geology here. But the red in it is rust, basically. It could be. Right, we'll continue up here. So I don't know if you could make out the inscriptions on those benches. One says, "Listen to your breath and meet this place." And the other is, "Come pause between river and fells." I like that one. I get that one. So we've passed where the lower footpath was closed. So we've taken the higher path. It brings us out at the same place, so there's no issue around that. Right, so on we plod. We've less than half a mile to go now, so I'm going to sign off. It's been something different. It's been enjoyable. It's been a nice day. It's clouding over and getting a bit drizzly now. Wind's picking up again. No, we've thoroughly enjoyed it. I hope you have, for something different. Bit of Roman history. So yeah, if you have enjoyed it, please do the usual, liking, subscribing, ringing the notification bell, commenting, sharing, all the usual malarkey, and hopefully see you on the next one. Troll!